Welcome back. We are deep into the alternate universe now. If you're just joining us, the context is vital. Harry is a Slytherin. He is allied with Draco Malfoy, but the friendship is fracturing after Harry freed the Malfoy house elf Dobby at the end of last year. Harry has no Ron, no Hermione, and no safety net. He is a 12-year-old boy who has defeated Voldemort twice, but he's never felt more like an outsider. Year 3 is where the hero's journey usually gets comfortable. For Slytherin, Harry gets dangerous. Let's break down the Prisoner of Azkaban. The news hits the Wizarding's world. Sirius Black has escaped Azkaban. In the Gryffindor common room, this is a story of terror. But in the Slytherin dungeons, it's a story of Liange. The Blacks are one of the Sacred 28. They are the ultimate Slytherin family. Draco Malfoy's mother was a Black. As the students sit around the green-lit fire, the older Slytherins aren't just scared, they're impressed. They whisper about Sirius being Voldemort's right hand, the man who betrayed the Potters. Harry sits in the corner, listening. He learns that the man coming to kill him isn't just a random lunatic. He's a traitor to his blood, who's supposedly served the Dark Lord. For the first time, Harry feels the weight of his own house. If Sirius Black is a Slytherin icon, and Harry is a Slytherin student, does that mean the danger is coming from inside the house? On the Hogwarts Express, the Dementors board. We know the scene. The lights go out, the air freezes, and Harry hears his mother screaming before he faints. In the original film, Hermione and Ron are there to catch him. They give him chocolate, they worry. In this version, Harry faints in a carriage full of Slytherins, including Draco, Pansy Parkinson, and Blaise Zabini. When Harry wakes up, there's no chocolate, there's no mockery. Draco spends the next month mimicking fainting every time Harry walks past. For a Slytherin, showing weakness is a cardinal sin. Harry is humiliated, but more than that, he's haunted. He didn't just hear a scream, he felt the cold realization that his cunning didn't protect him from fear. He realizes he needs a weapon, and that leads him to the new defense against the dark arts teacher, Remus Lupin. Remus Lupin is a problem for Slytherin Harry. Lupin is kind, he's ragged, and he was best friends with Harry's father, a legendary Gryffindor. When Harry goes to Lupin to learn the Patronus charm, the dynamic is tense. Lupin looks at Harry and sees James's face, but he sees the silver and green tie of the house that produced his worst enemies. He struggles to reconcile the boy he wanted to mentor with the snake Harry has become. But Harry is an is an apt pupil. He doesn't want to learn the Patronus for hope or happiness. He wants it for control. He tells Lupin, "I don't ever want to be powerless again." It's a pragmatic Slytherin motivation. Lupin teaches him, but there's a distance between them. Harry doesn't get the Uncle Remus figure. He gets a teacher who is wary of his own students. In the original, Fred and George give Harry the map as a gift. In this timeline, Harry doesn't know the twins. He has no reason to speak to them. So, how does he get the map? He steals it. Harry has noticed that Filch keeps a drawer of confiscated and highly dangerous items. One night, using his invisibility cloak, the one thing he still has from his father, Harry slips into Filch's office. He's looking for an advantage. He finds a blank piece of parchment. He's a Slytherin. He knows that things are rarely what they seem. He experiments. He taps it with his wand. "I solemnly swear that I am up to no good." The map reveals itself, and for the first time, Harry has the ultimate Slytherin tool: total surveillance. He can see everyone. He can see the teachers, he can see the secret passages, and most importantly, he can see a name he doesn't recognize moving through the corridors: Peter Pettigrew. Snape is Harry's head of house, and in year 3, Snape is on the edge of a breakdown. Sirius Black is the man who bullied Snape for 7 years. Sirius Black is the man Snape thinks killed the woman he loved. Snape becomes even more protective of Harry, but in a suffocating, aggressive way. He's constantly checking Harry's pockets, questioning his movements. He's terrified Harry will be reckless like his father and go looking for Black. Harry, meanwhile, is using the map to avoid Snape. The relationship shifts from reluctant mentorship to a high-stakes game of cat and mouse. Harry realizes that Snape is hiding something about the past, and he decides that if the teachers won't tell him the truth about Sirius Black, he'll use the map to find Black himself. The climax. In the original, Ron is dragged into the Whomping Willow by a dog, and Harry and Hermione follow. In our version, Harry is alone. He sees Peter Pettigrew on the map, and he sees the name Sirius Black converging on the same spot: the Shrieking Shack. Harry doesn't call for help. He doesn't tell a teacher. He goes under the willow, sword of Gryffindor, which he kept in his trunk, in hand. He enters the room. He finds Sirius Black, gaunt, sunken, looking every bit the monster the papers described. Harry doesn't hesitate. He doesn't ask questions. He pins Sirius to the wall at wand point. He's ready to end it. He wants the enemies of the air to know that he is the one who survives. But then Lupin bursts in, and instead of disarming Black, he hugs him. Harry is disgusted. He sees this as the ultimate Gryffindor betrayal, the teacher sliding with the murderer. He's about to curse them both when they force him to look at the map. They show him the truth. They explain that the rat isn't a rat. But Harry doesn't have Ron. So, where is Scabbers? In this timeline, Scabbers is still with Ron Weasley in the Gryffindor Tower. Harry, being a Slytherin, realises the tactical move. He doesn't just listen to the story, he demands proof. He forces Lupin and Sirius to go with him to find the rats. He uses them as shields. He's not saving a friend. He's solving a mystery with the cold precision of a detective. They corner Ron in the hallway. Harry, the scary Slytherin, confronts the boy he's ignored for 3 years. He snatches the rat, Sirius and Lupin cast a spell, and Peter Pettigrew is revealed. The truth hits Harry like a physical blow. Sirius doesn't betray his parents. Peter did. The man Harry thought was his enemy is the only family he has left. And the man everyone thought was a hero, Pettigrew, was the coward in the shadows. But then the moon comes out. Lupin hasn't taken his potion. He transforms. In the chaos, Pettigrew escapes. The Dementors descended on the lake. Harry tries to protect Sirius, but there are hundreds of them. He feels his soul being pulled out. He looks across the water, waiting for the stag, waiting for his father. The silver light erupts. It's not across the lake. It's coming from him. Harry realizes that there is no other Harry. He is the one who has to save himself. He casts the Patronus, a stag, the symbol of his Gryffindor father erupting from the wand of a Slytherin son. It's a moment of pure, combined identity. He isn't just one house. He is Harry Potter. Sirius is captured. He's locked in the highest tower, waiting for the Dementor's kiss. Dumbledore enters the hospital wing. He looks at Harry, who's alone, bruised and furious. Dumbledore doesn't talk to a trio. He talks to the boy. He tells Harry that more than one innocent life can be saved tonight. And he looks at the golden chain around Harry's neck. Wait, why does Harry have the time turner? Because in this timeline, Dumbledore gave it to Harry at the start of the year. Why? Because a Slytherin Harry is a high achiever who wanted to take every single elective to prove his worth. He didn't have friends to spend time with, so he spent it in classrooms. He's been using it all year in secret. Harry realizes what he has to do. He goes back in time, alone. He navigates the grounds. He saves Buckbeak, not because he loves animals, but because Hagrid is a useful ally and the bird is a tactical asset. He waits by the lake. He watches his past itself dying. He casts the Patronus again, realizing the paradox that he is his own saviour. He flies backbeat to the tower. He frees Sirius. On the rooftop, Sirius looks at Harry. He offers him a home when this is over, if you wanted a different house. And Harry for the first time hesitates. He looks at the man who represents the Gryffindor life he could have had. The life of loyalty, loud laughter, and pacts. But Harry looks down at his own hands. He thinks about the map. He thinks about the cunning it took to survive this year. He thinks about the fact that he saved Sirius, not with bravery, but with a time-meddling device and a stolen map. "I have a house, Sirius," Harry says, "but I'd like a godfather." Sirius flies away. Harry stands on the battlements as the sun rises. Prisoner of Azkaban is usually the cozy Harry Potter movie. But for Slytherin Harry, it's the year he realised that the past is a lie. He found out his head of house, Snape, was bullied by his father. He found out his father's best friend, Sirius, was framed. And he found out that he is capable of doing the right things using the wrong methods. He ends the year with a godfather in hiding, a map of every secret in the castle, and the knowledge that he doesn't need a pack to survive the winter. But year 4 is coming, the Triwizard Tournament, the year that the world stops being a school and starts being a war zone. And in a tournament built on glory, what happens when a Slytherin Harry Potter is forced to play a game he never asked to join? Comment below if you want a part 4, the Goblet of Fire. This is where the dark turns into pitch black. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the graveyard.